Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bright Founders Talk at Temi. Temi is an international software development company that designs, builds, and delivers software for sustainable businesses and promising startups. My name's Matthew, and today I'm joined by Mr. Lukas Wieser, who is the co-CEO and one of the founders at a company called My Flexbox. Lukas, how are you today?
I'm perfect. Thank you, Matt, for having me.
Terrific. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to be with us today. We really do appreciate it. So before we get going, would you mind telling our viewers a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do?
Yeah, it's a pleasure. So My Flexbox is a well-financed startup. We received 75 million last year, and we are one of the biggest open agnostic networks for the last mile. Yeah, we are the biggest open smart locker network in Austria and Germany, like in the heart of Europe, in the DACH region. And yeah, we really have a strong mission to bring cities to the next level, the last mile delivery to the next level. And we work with the biggest carriers worldwide, and we were pretty much the first one in Europe to get this set of carriers, to get them together in one system. So for the consignees, for the people who receive parcels, for the online shoppers, we make it really easy to pick them up 24/7 at one spot. We have now five big carriers who are using our network, and it's really a great time saving for everybody, for all the users, and even for the drivers of the carriers. They have a tough job, especially Christmas season. We make the delivery of parcels, the returns, like really easy. And yeah, I think it's a big topic now since the pandemic really hit the volumes. It's quite an important topic. And yeah, I'm glad we found a solution to a big problem.
Fantastic. So for those of us who don't know, can you tell us a little bit about the last mile? I see this pop up all over the place. What is this last mile?
Yeah, logistics, they have a long journey. If you deliver something, if you order something online, it has to leave a warehouse, then it goes on a truck, then it goes in another warehouse, it gets distributed. And the last mile literally is when it gets from the last big warehouse into the smaller trucks, and the smaller trucks then bring it to your home or to My Flexbox. And the last mile is about, let's say, half of the cost of the whole journey for the carriers, and you as an end consumer, you're paying for it. So it's really like a big cost driver, and of course it's a big driver of emissions because a lot of traffic is produced, then a lot of CO2. So to really find sustainable solutions, and I mean sustainable in every way, economic sustainable, environmental sustainable, even social sustainable, is a big challenge. It's a mega trend, and in the urban areas, it's a really important topic for everyone involved. And yeah, this is the last mile, and we're really working on a strong solution here.
Oh, that's fantastic. It's good to hear. I know when I lived in the UK, watching outside the window for the day, there were hundreds of delivery trucks up and down the road every day, dropping off pens and toothbrushes. So you're minimizing all of that. How did this idea come about? And what were some of the initial challenges that you guys faced?
Yeah, thanks for asking that. To be honest, we came up with a total different idea. Why we started smart lockers like these parcel stations. It came out that a colleague in a big company needed... he was setting up a laptop, and he wanted to hand over the laptop back to the guy who was having the problem, and he fixed it for him. And they realized it was really hard to meet because everyone has appointments the whole time. So they needed like a neutral, flexible place that could be used 24/7, that he would just put the laptop in there, and the other guy, the owner of the laptop, would just pick it up when he had time. And then we found out, it was in 2019, that the parcel industry was facing a huge problem because the out-of-home delivery, like the flexible solution that you would not have to be at home when the parcel arrives, or that your wife or your boyfriend or your neighbor would take the parcel for you. This would be a very important topic because people want more flexibility. No one of us wants to stay home all day to wait for his parcel. And then, we had first talks with the big carriers, and we found out there was a huge need for a solution on the market. And then, we had a really, really big company, like, one of the big energy companies in our home country in Austria, at our back, really believing in us, giving us the capital, giving us the idea. And we managed to build a nationwide network in Austria. We have almost the biggest network in Austria now. It gave us really trust on the market, for all the users, for the drivers of the carriers, for the CEOs of the companies, that we could run a neutral, open infrastructure for everyone to use, and it really made sense for everybody, even for the location partners who said it's great. Now I can allow my users or my clients to really solve their parcel problems while shopping, or just coming to my point, having 5 or 6 parcel services at one point, and I think that's the magic behind it.
That's fantastic. So talking about this reduction in traffic, have you done any calculations? How many miles have you saved? How many liters of gas? Do you have any figures like that would stand out?
Yeah, absolutely. Like in the end, we count in CO2. We save more than 2 tons per My Flexbox per year of CO2 emissions.
Wow.
And at the end of the day, it really differs, but we save people a lot of time, because we save the necessity to really step into your car. And I had one experience which was really great with a big partner in Berlin. The press lady who was organizing everything with us told me, "Hey, I'm so happy because now I don't have to step into the car and go 800 meters for this one parcel company and 1 kilometer for the other parcel company. Now I have it in front of my door." And this is exactly what we are saving people. CO2 is very important now. I studied social entrepreneurship in San Francisco and London, so this is really at the heart of our company. And what is at the heart of our companies too, make life easier for everybody, save people time, because the only thing we don't have enough is precious time. And I think this is really, really important.
Tell me about while we're talking about saving time, saving you money. It's a company slogan in there somewhere. Tell us about some of the economic factors that come into play when designing a project of this scale. How do the markets affect what is happening with your distribution networks?
Yeah, I mean, for the carriers, like every one of us wants to have low prices. If I buy something online and if I pay for delivery 5 or 6 euros, it's a big difference in comparison if I would pay for the same delivery 2 or 3 euros. And at the end, if I buy this sweater and I pay 55 euros for it, or I pay 51 euros for it, the chance I would buy this sweater for 51 euros is, of course, much, much higher. So what we do, we make the delivery for the carriers, we make it more efficient, because at one stop, like the carriers count in stops, time is precious, time is money. With one stop, they can take like 15 or 20 parcels in one My Flexbox, instead of stopping at every door. And then you have one parcel here, then you have to go to the 5th floor, then you have one parcel here, then you have to go to the next house, and you have one parcel here, and same story. So it's really efficient for everybody, and for us, for the people who receive parcels and return parcels, because you can do this at My Flexbox too, of course. You can decide when you want to do that. And if I pass My Flexbox anyways, because I'm walking by every day, it's just really solving me an issue that I don't have to be at home when the parcel arrives, or I have to tell someone to be there for me. And I think this is really, when the beauty comes together, it's a win-win-win situation. And what it needs is a dense network in an entire country. In Austria, we have this dense network already. We have almost 600 My Flexboxes in the whole country now, really well divided. It's a nationwide coverage. In Germany, we're about to do the same. We are on a really good track. We're on the pioneer spot. The trust from Austria is transferring to Germany right now with all our partners, clients, and stakeholders. It's really a great momentum we have. And it feels good, because what we do is something that is really needed, and it really makes sense, and everyone understands. And this is it's something that just has a good energy behind it, and we are not taking away anything from anyone, and I think that's quite important.
That's fantastic, and it's really nice to hear you speak about it with so much passion and enthusiasm. I can see that your heart is behind what you do. It's terrific. Now, talking about all of the benefits that come from this, there's something else that you've started or that you are incorporating into these, and we're going to move on to AI. Now, can you tell us about the inclusion of AI into your products and how that's changing the game for you?
Yeah, in the beginning, we were working together with partners, and when there was an issue with My Flexbox, with one parcel station, they had to go there. They had to be there, like in place. So Peter, our CTO, my co-founder, really excellent guy, and we are super happy to have him with us. He developed in terms of maintenance, in terms of really having the heartbeat of every locker. We almost have 800 lockers now in 2 countries. We know exactly with AI technology and all these topics, is the system live? We don't have to be there. We don't have to go there. It's really extremely transparent system, and I think for us it was very important to develop My Flexbox with state-of-the-art technology. We have a tech stack with state-of-the-art tech. I think this is really, really important, and this gives us the chance to be pretty much one of the 2 or 3 players in Europe that are really open for everyone, and that build a platform like on earth, on the ground, and on the digital level that is really 100% inclusive, because everyone who wants can use us. We have an open approach. Our APIs are open for everybody. The record for My Flexbox is 4 business days that a carrier was able to use his system with 100% live tracking of the parcels. Where is the parcel right now in the process within 4 business days? And if you talk about smart city and all these trends, I think it has to be like this. If you really want to be sustainable, like in every way, you need open systems, because if everyone, like the big players, everyone is doing his own infrastructure, it's at the end of the day, it's not sustainable in the end for an entire city. And maybe it's a great move from the business side, but all of us, all the people who live in the urban areas, we want to have solutions where I can have more services at one place, and I want to have infrastructure that can use by everybody to give more value to the whole network, to give more value to the whole infrastructure, and then go to the next level. It's really a network effect, and technology is the base for it. When Peter decided that we would build our own software, I think this was one of the top 2 or 3 turning moments of the company, because he was able to do it, which was really for us a world record, to be honest. And the parcel industry reacted big time to it, because they realized that we really can adapt to the needs. And not every one of them has to build his own infrastructure, which is highly costly. Then the costs would again be passed on to their clients, and then to us, like to the guys and girls like buying products online. So in the end, everybody wins. Because we are an open, inclusive system. And I think this is the magic. This is the key.
Tell me a little bit about handling the security aspects of this. Obviously, if I order a PlayStation 5 and it's getting dropped off in one of your Flexboxes, I need to know that it's safe. What are some of the challenges that you've experienced designing a safe system?
Yeah, I mean, we have very, very close tracking of all the processes. We are fully integrated within the systems of the carriers. I think this is key. There is open systems that are completely open. So if whoever carrier, DPD, DHL, UPS, you name it, puts your PlayStation in there, they say, hey, you told me to put it there. What happens afterwards is not my business anymore. My Flexbox, we are fully integrated in the whole systems. We are fully insured. So the live tracking is always there. We even have video cameras, not infringing any laws, of course, but to make sure to have proof if there was an infringement, what happens? And the system is tracking it too. We can, we have a really, really strong connection to the logistic systems, because if they rely on us, if the consumers rely on us, we need to have a high security system. And we're really doing well here. That's why we received the trust of all the big carriers. We're proud of that. We're building of that. We are going to the next level. And the point you're raising is utterly important, because within Germany, Austria, the DACH region, 30% of electronic products are sold online in the States or in stronger markets. The number is much higher. And this is coming to Europe. I think it's not a question if it's coming. It's just a question how fast we are growing in the next years. But we have clear data about that. So the point you're raising is critical, and we are solving it in a lot of details. But together with our partners, with the carriers, I think this is really important that we have a partnership here, and that we stick to the same SLAs, we stick to the same levels of security, and I think this is critical.
It's fantastic. It's good to hear. And then lastly, I just want to ask you, can you tell us a little bit, without giving away too many secrets, what are you looking at for the future? Where do you see My Flexbox going?
I have to bring Jonathan, my co-CEO, and Peter back into the game. We all agree that we are like an app for handovers. We are like iTunes for handovers. Like whatever you want to hand over, you can do it with My Flexbox. Our cooperation with the carriers is key. You see C2C coming up big, like growing, like companies like Vinted and all these topics. C2C is growing very fast, and the great thing is, the beauty is with My Flexbox, that if you are if you're a big company already, or if you are a startup, and if you have an idea what you can do with a My Flexbox system that covers a whole country, whatever products you want to offer with My Flexbox, with 500 points, your end consumers can pick up or return something. We are really open here. I wouldn't be surprised to see soon that I can do my laundry with My Flexbox. I put in my dirty laundry, and 2 days afterwards I receive it back. We have people who have small stores. They are using it to change books, for example. They are using it to change keys. I'm here for a weekend, but the guy who with the key is not here anymore. There's so many possibilities. And in the parcel business, I think label-less returns is a topic that is quite important for the future. And but there's so much more coming. I think, to be honest, there is no boundaries. If we are in an ethical and legal area that is acceptable, My Flexbox is really now a system in 2 countries already that can be used. For example, if you think about, I have to fix something at home, but I don't have the right machine to do it. We have now companies coming in and say, hey, can we use your system to rent machines to people who don't want to buy these machines, like a drill or something? And these are just 3 or 4 examples that are already going live. German Telecom, for example, is using My Flexbox. If you're watching Netflix on a Saturday night and your router is not working anymore, I can go to My Flexbox 24/7, get the new router set up, the whole system, and I don't have to wait for Monday. I can continue to watch my show. And it's just making life easier, 24/7. Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, people have elevators and there is one tiny piece missing to get the elevator fixed. There is old people. If we wouldn't have an elevator in my house for 2 days, I would have a big problem. We have a small kid, and this small piece that is missing, that would take maybe two business days to go from A to B, could already be waiting in My Flexbox just for cases like this. And it is economical, absolutely meaningful.
That is crazy. So that brings me on to something else. Sorry, I almost said, last question, but do you find that the users are finding more and more ingenious ways of using the system? Are they teaching you things about it that you didn't consider beforehand?
Absolutely. I mean, now that we have national coverage in Austria, more really, really cool ideas are coming in. we are going national now in Germany. Potential Austria times 10, potential of ideas times 10. So I'm really confident we will see much more in the next 2 years. But I can't tell you now what it's gonna be, and that's really exciting.
I think that's so cool how people see something and they go, oh, you know what I can use this for? And then they start doing something and you go, oh, wow, that's brilliant. It wasn't maybe designed for that initially, but no, it works. And this is a great thing. And as these uses and expansions grow, it's people are incredible. Lukas, is there anything else you'd like to add before I let you go? Anything I might have skipped over or missed?
No, I mean, if you're out there, the listeners, and if you have an idea you want to just pitch in, please get in touch via LinkedIn, via our homepage, like whatever. Just reach out. I think this is important that everyone is welcome. Even if you have ideas for the parcel industry, for services, you would love to see. We are really open. We are a really open, transparent company. It's in our DNA. I think that's the message I would like to put out there. We love to develop new things, and we love to share time and ideas with people who have a similar passion than we do. Yesterday I was contacted by an 18-year-old guy from the Czech Republic, pitching in ideas, asking, and I love that. Kudos to the creative people out there, and please give us a shout out.
Fantastic. Lukas, I just want to thank you again for taking the time out of your schedule to be with us. I think it's an incredible product. You got a beautiful thing going there, and like I say, your enthusiasm is very refreshing. So thank you very much for this.
Thank you, Matt. It was a pleasure talking to you.